Bro, the reason why you're not at 10K per month yet is not because you don't wake up at 5 a.m. It's not because you don't read the right books. It's because you don't execute consistently on the right things. And in this video, I'm going to share with you the very simple, stupid simple productivity system I used on a gap semester I took from UC Berkeley to hit the 10K per month mark with my business at 19 years old. So watch this video entirely. It's going to change the way you move every single day, and it's going to be the competitive advantage you have compared to everyone else trying to become an entrepreneur and ultimately either quitting, giving up, or getting some success but then losing it. Okay, I relate to that heavily. So watch this entire video if you want the productivity system that will allow you to start breaking through and making progress quicker than usual. So now let's get into what this productivity system actually looks like. The first thing is I need you to get a journal. Now, the reason why we say journal and not a online like Google Calendar, Notion system, or I don't know if you've seen like Motion, is because planning is so important, but putting so much effort and friction into planning is going to prevent you from doing the work itself. It's going to overwhelm you. My goal here is not to overwhelm you, it's to give you the most simple process and systems I use to get to my 10K per month goal. Okay? Fair? Now, you need to first understand that if you don't plan, someone else is planning for you. If you don't plan your life, your goals, your business, someone else is going to be planning them for you, either your clients, your job, your boss, your school teachers. So you need to build this system, and I'm just going to give it to you in this video if you want to plan your own life and hit your goal. So the first thing you need to do is get a journal, and then I need you every single day to write the date. And this is what you're going to do the night before. You need to add this to your nighttime routine. 5 to 10 minutes. That's all I'm asking for you. It's insane. 5 to 10 minutes to actually make progress every single day, to go to bed knowing that you made progress. How would that feel for you? 5 to 10 minutes every single night. So it's not a big investment. The people that click off this video right now and don't do this, I know you're not going to succeed in business because you don't even have the capacity to put in 5 to 10 minutes every single night to plan your day to be successful. Bro, this channel's not for you. But if you want to make rapid progress, this video is for you, bro. Whoever's watching right now, this video is for you because you're like younger me. Okay, top three. You're gonna write down top three on the top right corner, and you're gonna write down 3 tasks that if you did tomorrow, you would make really good progress on your business. So for me, it's record the productivity system slash nighttime routine video, which is this. I did this last night. And then the second thing is script for an hour and a half new videos that usually I put an hour and a half timer because sometimes I script one video, sometimes I script 3 videos. That gives me some flexibility. Again, we're here to be effective, not optimal. Because effectiveness beats optimality every single time. It's equivalent to the science-based, lifters that are like, oh, if you train one extra day, then 5 days a week, then you won't be able to recover and then you'll make less than 1% gain. It's like, I don't care, bro. I'm here to be effective and live my life without putting all these constraints on myself so I can just do the work and execute and make progress in my goals. I'm not trying to create elaborate, complex systems. I'm trying to create effective systems that work continuously and consistently. And part of that is not overwhelming yourself with with complexity. So that's the simple thing right there is top three. So I had script my videos, and the third thing is move my apartment. So you'll notice in this video that it's not only business. This is going to transform your life because you're going to have tasks in your school and life. And this is how I built a business and continued running it in college. I'm about to enter my senior year, so I'm moving into my college apartment. So that's one of my tasks I have today. And then that's the first thing is your top three. The second thing you need to do is time block. Now, what is time blocking? Time blocking is basically you have one side of your notebook and you're going to write down the hours of your day. So here it has 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, standing for the hours. So 8 a.m., 9 a.m., and I do that all the way to 10 p.m., right? And it's kind of hard to see here, but at 8:30 to 9:30, that's like in the middle of that margin in between 8 and 9 is my morning routine. And then I script a video for 30 minutes, and then 10 to 11 uh uh I record this video, and then 11 to 12:30 I'm going to lift. And what I'm doing here is I'm putting intention into my time. I'm making sure I'm successful with my time, so I'm successful with the finishing the top 3 tasks, and I'm ultimately successful with achieving my goals. That's the process. If you want to achieve your big goals, it's by time blocking your days every day so they're successful and then actually executing on them. And then we're going to go into more explanation in other videos on how to actually execute and on your time block so you're successful every time because there's a couple of tricks I've learned for that. But this video, I'm just giving you the productivity system. the night before. So this is the nighttime routine, 5 to 10 minutes before you go to bed. You've planned out your top 3 tasks. You've time blocked your day to the hour and 30-minute blocks. Anywhere from 30-minute to 90-minute blocks is how I like to assign time to my tasks. And then when I wake up, it's so simple, bro. I don't have this complex AI calendar that's switching all around and has so much text and it's so complicated. No, I just have this. And now 80% of my time is just executing. And I have a mission for the day now. This is how you wake up and you don't feel like I used to be the kid that was like, even a couple years ago, where I would wake up and I didn't want to do any work. I just want to stay in bed and scroll. But when you do this the night before, you have a sense of purpose. You have almost a mission that you want to attack, which is completing these top 3 tasks, going with momentum and finishing your day from I even plan out, like I said, my workouts, and it's like you build this snowball effect and this boosts your confidence as well, bro. Because when you're consistently time blocking and you're hitting great days and you're finishing your top 3 tasks, bro, what is that going to do for your business and your confidence? You're basically proving to yourself that you can trust yourself, that you can do work that you planned before, that you can keep promises to yourself. And that's how you build true confidence. And we're going to give you a couple other tricks in this journal that allowed me to rapidly boost my confidence as well. So I showed up on sales calls, I sold my product, I got testimonials, I started service delivery with extreme confidence, even when I didn't do the thing. And it's what ultimately led to my success. So I'm going to give you some of those tricks as well. But that's the core of it. Put the date the night before on one journal page, write out your top 3 tasks, and then time block your day, which is just assigning tasks to individual blocks of time during your day, almost like on a calendar, but we're just using a journal because again, it removes friction. It's so clean. And this, you make this a priority in your business when you use one journal for it. When you have your Google Calendar and you have your school on it, and then you also have in your Chrome, you have YouTube open and your all those things, you have intentions spread out. Whereas when you have one journal, you're basically telling yourself, this is what matters to me. This is the most important thing, which is having a productive day. And then when you stack productive days, that's how you get to your goal. That's how I got to 10K per month in 6 months when I had no experience selling, marketing, advertising, service delivery, none of it. But what I did know how to do is plan my days to be successful. And then when I just repeated those successful days and iterated, I was ultimately breaking through in my business. I went from being stuck, inconsistent, scared, nervous to actually getting results, putting in the work every single day, building confidence on not just the outcomes I got, but the daily inputs and work I was doing. And I'm telling you, that's the recipe to breaking through in your business, hitting the 10K per month mark, building a business that's meaningful for you, and having days where you don't feel like quitting or giving up or just sluggish and you have brain fog. It's this simple daily planning system. Now, there's a second part to it, which is the confidence building. So the first part was the focus part, which is top 3 time blocking. The confidence part is also what I did to rewire my brain to deposit constructive thoughts and memories from the day. So I would sleep and I would wake up with even more energy to execute and even more confidence to execute. The two parts of that are affirmations and ESP. Now, I know what you're going to think, Mon, affirmations, those are BS. I agree to some extent. Affirmations like I'm wealthy, I'm healthy, those things, they have some science behind them that they work, but for me they just never really like tickled my brain the right way. I always thought they were BS. But once I read this book called The Confident Mind, it totally changed the way I wrote statements to constructively make progress in my business. So you need to notice that your self-image is so important in business, which means you can never rise above your self-image. If you see yourself as a 5K per month entrepreneur and that's how you genuinely see yourself, it's going to be so much harder to hit 10K per month because you're just going to do the actions and behavior that a 5K per month entrepreneur does. So that's why a lot of you guys are just stuck in school, are not starting your business, or you have started your business, but you're not making super fast progress on one mission because you see yourself as the person that does everything and has a work-life balance and all these sorts of things. But in the beginning, you don't do that. A 10K per month entrepreneur that just started, who ultimately hits 10K per month, doesn't have a work-life balance. So you need to start seeing yourself in that self-image. And the way I did that was with affirmation. So I would tell myself, I can't wait to sign my first client for 2K per month. That's what I told myself at the beginning of the gap semester. And guess what? 3 months later, on my birthday, November 23rd, I achieved that goal. I actually hit 5K per month in total revenue from my clients, and profit was very close to that because I was running an online agency. So I was the only employee. I had like $500 in software costs, so you can tell how much profit I was making. I was a happy man at 19. And then the second thing after the affirmations, that was just one affirmation. If you want the complete system, click the link below. I share all of my affirmations. I go way more into depth on the daily productivity system because there are uh, actually quite a few other components. I just can't go through all of them in this video. The second part of the confidence every day is called ESP. I've made videos on this. It's game changing. You're basically making a highlight reel of your day. Again, this is all the night before you go to bed. I would basically write down E and I would write down 3 bullet points of moments I displayed effort, like highlights of the day that I displayed effort. Let's say I woke up and I didn't snooze. In the beginning, that's a moment of effort. And then at a higher level, it might be on a sales call, I handled an objection even when I didn't feel like it, or I just felt like ending the call and not getting the sale. That's an example of effort. Success, ESP, success. I would write down a couple moments of success. I hit the 10,000 steps for that day that I plan to do. I hit a PR in my workout, 75 pounds for 8 reps on incline bench press. I let's say I closed a deal. That's a success moment. I would write these things down, and now I have a journal, bro. I do this to this day. I've been doing this for almost 3 years now. I have journals, bro, of all these moments. And what do you think that does for my confidence when I open it up? I see all these days, and I see the process. Instagram, they show you like the big success highlights, but for me, I know the actual process, so I know when I don't feel defeated or low when I see someone else's like wins. I actually look at that and I'm like inspired, and that's super cool. I'm happy for them. But I also realize that the process is where it's at because I have all these journals of every single day, the highlight reel of how that day went. So my view on success is very real. Whereas a lot of you guys view success as this crazy overnight thing, or you just need to find the one tactic. But I know success is just doing the work every single day, having productive days every single day, time blocking every single day, doing your top 3 tasks and finishing them every single day. Because those were my success moments. I finished my top 3 tasks. I would write that down, and I have journals on this. And then I would write 3 moments of progress. Let's say I was one step closer to finishing my onboarding system. Let's say I finished 2 more modules of my course, whatever it might be, at that time or even today. Like today, I'll progress will be I made progress in moving my apartment. I'm not fully moved in yet, probably by the end of the day, but that'll be a moment of progress. And now you're building your confidence, and you're attaching a proper mental filter on how you want to view yourself and your business to make the most progress and achieve the most and conquer your goals in the fastest time horizon. So if that motivated you, bro, if that helped you, I want you to start using this tonight. Get a piece of paper if you don't have a journal. Buy a journal right now. I'm actually creating a journal for you guys. So if you want that, click the link below. I created a Notion system on this. I know I kind of shit on Notion systems, but it's because the ones out there are so complex that they just add friction to your business. I wanted to create something for you that was so simple that could make you start making progress to this day. So click the link below if you want that. I can't wait to see you win, my guy. Peace out.